Okay, I've brought up our class theme song and we're going to work with some spectral processing, in other words, EQ. Okay, let's say I want to look at this bass. I'm going to solo it. It's okay, but maybe we could bring out a little bit more presence so we can hear a bit of the attack. So let's open up an EQ. And there are a couple ways we can work with the EQ. We can turn the knobs or we can grab the points and adjust them. So we talked about high pass and low pass filters. So that a high pass filter lets the high frequencies pass and the low pass lets the low frequencies pass. So I'm going to enable the high pass filter. Right now it's at 20 hertz and a 6 dB per octave reduction. So now we've moved it way too high. And then if we want to make the curve steeper, we can increase the dB per octave. Besides the knobs, we can also pull it. Okay. Okay. There's not a lot below that, so we can just filter that out. So the next thing I want to do is maybe add a little bit of presence. So my guess is it's going to be around 1 kilohertz, but as I said, EQs are sweepable, so we can sweep through the frequencies to find where it is. So that we hear a lot of like mechanical noise, so we don't want that. So somewhere there we hear a little more presence. We may not want to affect this entire bandwidth, so we can adjust the Q or the quality. So this determines how pure the center frequency is. And again, we can pull it on the graph or we can turn the knob. So let's make that a little narrower and see what that happens. Okay, so that feels pretty good. I think it also could benefit from a little bit of bigness. So bigness, I think, is somewhere around 150 hertz, but again, we can sweep through and find it. But as you can see, it's not the same kind of EQ as our mid-frequency. It's actually a shelving filter, so it's going to boost or cut everything past the corner frequency. I don't think we need that much treatment. I think a peak EQ will work. Yeah, and it's about, let me just start again. It's about 126. I don't think we need too much of that. And then I like to do some comparison to see if I'm actually making the sound better. Yeah, so it's a bit better. The other thing I might do is low pass filter it, because as we found, once we get above about 6K, it just gets clicky. I mean, we don't want to take all of that out, but maybe we can take out some, because there's not really much going on there. We can make the octave a little steeper. Okay. And then you can do that with the rest of your tracks to see how you can benefit them with EQ.